All right, let's talk about a tool in SAP that, believe it or not, works just like the Contacts app on your phone. Seriously. But instead of just holding phone numbers, it's for buying millions of dollars worth of stuff. Let's dive in.
Just think about your home life for a second. You probably have these little mental notes, right? You just know which coffee shop has the best deal on Tuesdays, or which online store gets that gadget to your door by tomorrow. Now imagine you had to do that for thousands of different parts, from hundreds of different suppliers. Yeah, it would be total chaos, fast.
And that, my friends, is where SAP's Purchase Info Record, or PIR, comes into play. I want you to forget about complicated databases and spreadsheets for a minute. Just think of it like this. It's the ultimate, super smart contact list for literally everything your company buys.
Okay, so we're calling it a smart contact list, but what exactly makes it so much smarter than a regular one? Let's take a look under the hood.
So at its very core, every single entry, every contact, if you will, is just a simple link between two things: a specific supplier, which we call a vendor, and the exact item you're buying from them, the material. That simple connection is the foundation for everything else. It's how the system knows precisely who you're dealing with and what you're buying.
And check out how perfectly this analogy works. In your phone, the contact's name is John Doe. In SAP, the contact is really the combination of the vendor and the material, say vendor 1 plus LCD TV 40-inch. The phone number? Well, that's kind of like the salesperson's name. It's the exact same logic, just totally beefed up for business.
But here's where the real power kicks in. It's all in the details. This contact list holds all that crucial info you'd normally have to dig through old emails or giant spreadsheets to find.
Because think about it. Right there, inside the contact card, you've got the exact net price you agreed on. You've got the planned delivery time, how many days it'll take to show up. It even stores things like your typical order size or the minimum amount they're willing to sell you. No more guessing. It's all right there, every single time.
Okay, this sounds awesome, but you might be thinking, is this a huge pain to set up? And the answer is, not at all. Adding a new contact to your list is actually surprisingly straightforward.
So in SAP, you use what's called a T-code, ME11. It's basically a 4-step process. First, you link the vendor and the material. Then you can add some general info, like your sales contact. Step 3, you define the really important stuff, the price, the delivery time. And finally, you just hit save. Boom, your new smart contact is officially in the system.
And this screen right here perfectly shows that third step I was talking about. This is the heart of the whole thing. See where it says conditions? That's where you lock in your price. And right above it, planned delivery time. You're literally telling SAP, hey, whenever I buy this from them, these are the non-negotiable rules we're going to follow.
And just like you have different groups in your phone's contact list, the PIR isn't a one-size-fits-all deal either. You can have different types of info records for different situations. Standard is for your regular, everyday buys. Subcontracting is for when a vendor is maybe assembling parts for you. You can even have records for things like utilities or for consignment stock. Think of them like your work, family, and friends groups. It keeps everything organized. So, when you actually put all this together, what do you get? Well, you get what is basically the ultimate purchasing hack, a massive shortcut to making your buying process smarter, faster, and way more accurate. So why does all this matter so much? Because the next time you go to create a purchase order, SAP automatically pulls all this data in for you. No more hunting for prices, no more typing things in by hand and making typos. And it ensures you always get the best price. You won't have a new sales rep trying to quote you 10% more than last time. Nope. The price is locked in, it saves time, it slashes errors, and it guarantees you're using the right terms every single time.
One of the source materials we looked at just summed it up perfectly. It's the single, reliable place where all the combined information about the material and the vendor lives together. That's it. That's the whole magic of the purchase info record. So I'll just leave you with this thought. When you start treating your supplier relationships like a really well-kept, smart contact list, you're not just organizing data. You're actually building a foundation for smarter, faster, and more strategic business. Just imagine, what if every single purchasing decision could be this simple and this well-informed?